What's up, beautiful people? Welcome to another vlog. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. It's 400th birth anniversary of Sahib Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj, and we are all going to celebrate his birthday around the world. So let me take you through the short description of Sahib Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj was born on 1st April 1621 in a house of Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, our 6th Guru, and Mata Nanki Ji at Guru ke Mahal, Amritsar, Punjab. Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj had one daughter and 5 sons. Bibi Viro Ji, Baba Gurditta Ji, Surajmal Ji, Anirai Ji, Atal Rai Ji, and Tyagmal Ji. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj was the youngest son of Sahib Shri Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj. Tyagmal Ji was born in early hours of 1st April 1621 at Amritsar. He came to be known as Tegh Bahadur, Mighty of Swords. This name given to him by Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj after he had shown his valor in a battle against the Mughals. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj, Dharam di Chadar, protector of humanity, was the 9th Guru of Sikhism, a poet, a thinker, a warrior. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj carried forward the light of century and divinity of Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj and subsequent Sikh Gurus. His spiritual writing detailing varied themes such as nature of God, human attachment, mind, sorrow, dignity, service, deliverance, death are registered in a form of 116 hymns in the sacred scripture Sahib Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. To spread the message of Sikhism, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj travelled extensively the Indian subcontinent, setting up the several new preaching centers. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj was brought up in a Sikh culture in trade and archery horsemanship. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj was married on 3rd February 1633 to Mata Gujri Ji. And then, nearing his death, Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj and his wife Mata Nanki Ji moved to his ancestral village Bakala in Amritsar district, together with Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj and Mata Gujri Ji. Bakala, as described in Guru Bilas Dasvi Patshahi, was then a prosperous town with many beautiful pools, wells and valleys. After Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji Maharaj death, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj continued to live in Bakala with his wife and mother. ਉੱਥੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਜੀ ਨੇ 27 ਸਾਲ 9 ਮਹੀਨੇ 13 ਦਿਨ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਭਗਤੀ ਕੀਤੀ। ਭਗਤੀ ਕਰਨ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਹੈ? ਭਗਤੀ ਕਰਨ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੰਸਨਟ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, ਮਾਈਂਡ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ। Without concentration, you will not successful in any work. Without concentration of purity of mind, you will not free front of purity of soul. If you want peace in this present atomic energy, is the only way, the way of self-realization. And then Guru Harkrishan Sahib Ji Maharaj, our 8th Guru, contracted smallpox. When asked by his followers who would lead this after him, he replied, Baba Bakala, meaning his successor who was to be found in Bakala, taking advantage of ambiguity in the words of the dying Guru. Many installed themselves in Bakala, claiming themselves as the new Guru. Sikhs were puzzled to see so many claimants. Sikh tradition has myth concerning the manner in which Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji was selected as the 9th Guru. A wealthy trader, Baba Makhan Shah Ji Lubana, had one prayed for. He travelled. He was survived and had promised to give 500 gold coins to Sikh Gurus if he survived. He arrived in search of 9th Guru. He went from one claimant to the next, making his obeisance and offering 2 gold coins to each Guru, believing that the right Guru would know that his silent promise was to give him 500 coins for his safety. Every Guru he met accepted the true gold coins and bade him farewell. Then he discovered that Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji also lived at Bakala. Baba Makhan Shah Ji Lubana gifted Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji the usual offering of 2 gold coins. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji gave him his blessings and remarked that his offering was considerably short of the promised 500. Baba Makhan Shah Ji Lubana forthwith made good the difference, ran upstairs. He began shouting from the rooftop, Guru Ladore, Guru Ladore, which means, I have found the Guru, I have found the Guru. And then a Sikh Sangat arrived at Bakala, anointed Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji as the ninth Sikh Guru. The Sangat was led by the Diwan Durga Mal and formal tikka ceremony was performed by the Baba Gurditta Ji, elder brother of Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj, conferring Guruship on him. Tilak Janjur Akha Prabh Taka, Kino Bado Kalu Mein Saka. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj, our ninth Guru, he was beheaded by Mughals at Chandni Chowk. Nowadays we call that place Gurdwara Shishganj Sahib Ji. A huge thanks to Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj. Because of him, we all exist on this planet. To uphold the rights of Hindus to practice their faith, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji willingly stepped forward to be immolated. Many of us know this, but we should actually take a moment out today and realize the immensity of this. Maharaj had nothing to gain by doing this, but acted in a name of pure righteousness. Ultimate human right sacrifice, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj gave his life protecting the Hindu from being forcefully converted the Mughals. Sikh believe that everyone has the right to worship, nobody has any right to impose their views on others by force. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj protected the forehead mark and sacred thread of the Hindus, which marked a great event in the Iron Age. For the sake of saints, he let down his head without even a sign, sacrificed his life for upholding the principle of freedom of conscience. Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Shahidi gives us a message that fighting with someone won't solve any problem, would destroy everything. Loss would be on both sides. If sacrifice of one person can solve problems, then why thousand should be killed in a war? सतगुरु के जन्मे गगन मिटाया. सतगुरु के जन्मे गगन मिटाया. Now I'm going to talk about sloks. किस श्लोक क्यों पढ़ते हैं, किदों पढ़े जाते हैं, किस वास्ते पढ़े जाते हैं, श्लोकों का की मतलब है, कि ये दी रिदम है. इस बारे में हम तुहानू सब कुछ दसांगा श्लोक बारे. श्लोक महला 9वां. आदि श्लोक by the ninth Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj, which forms the concluding portion of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. This composition consists of 57 sloks and spans just 4 pages of Gurbani. Each slok is a couplet consisting of 2 lines. This Bani was incorporated in the Guru Granth Sahib Ji by Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj, the last human Guru of Sikh, as is commonly believed that they were composed by Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji in Kotwali, Chandni Chowk prison, Delhi, before achieved martyrdom. These sloks form an important part of the epilogue, which bringing to a close to the reading of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Bhog on a religion or social occasion, and should thus be the most familiar fragment of it. After the Japji Sahib, the Sikh morning prayers. Slok in Sanskrit signifies a verse of laudation or praise in Hindi and Punjabi. It has come to imply a couplet with a moral and devotional content. Its metrical form is the same as that of the Doha and Dohra. Whether the slok were written during the days just before Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji's execution or earlier in his career at the same Siddhir mood is certainly in consonance with the crisis of that time, when the Guru confronted the imperial might of the last Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb to defend the freedom of religion and worship in India, and gave his life for a cause which to him meant 3 commitment to God. The message of slok is fundamentally the same as that of the rest of the Sikh scripture. There are remembrance and contemplation of God, recitation and God's name. Example: the quote of opening slok to the praise of God: you have not lent yourself your life, you have thus wasted away, says Nanak. Cherish God's name in your heart as the fish cherishes water. The same message repeated almost in every page. The underlying assumption is that God referred to by various names such as Govind, Ram, Hari, Bhagwan, is the reality and the source of all existent everything except God is passing phenomenon. It arouses a keen awareness of the tragic in life and at the same time allays the pain of this awareness. Only a few examples need to be cited here in order to convey the poetic quality of the sloks. As a bubble on water, momentarily appears and grows the same as the way the world is made. Remember this, my friend, says Nanak, head shaking from the overweight step in front, eyes devoid of light, says Nanak, this is me, state you have come to, yet you seek not the joy from God, flowing false, utterly false. Is the world, may friend know that as the truth, says Nanak, it says not, as says at stake, not a wall made of sand. Here is the poetry that strongly evokes the fleeting spectacles of human existence. It fills the mind with deep thoughts, producing a mood in which all fretfulness about worldly gain or losses in fundamentally unstable world seems utterly senseless. The effort is not lassitude, instead the mind is released from all those oppressive feelings such as anxiety, despair and grief which the setbacks and difficulties of life generally bring with them. These prevails an inner peace giving intimation of abiding self and reality as perennial reservation of security accompanying one is the passage through an impermanent world. A renewal commitment is life in spite of life limitation is the life limitation as the general yet possible message of the state sloks. On the occasion of Prakash Gurpurava Sahib Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj, we pay our tribute to Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji Maharaj. His life symbolizes faith and hope. May this day further the spirit of compassion, liberty, harmony in our society. So we will see you guys in our next video. Till next time, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.